Chapter 53. She wasn't sure whether to laugh or cry or run away.
Susanna? You're Susanna?
When she first stepped into the room, she'd convinced herself she was imagining things. Sure, the man in front of her looked like Scott, but the name of the presenter was listed as something else. She'd thought he'd acted a little odd when she entered, but there were all kinds of possible explanations for that. Even after she heard his voice, that same voice that had been in her mind for months, she told herself it was just a coincidence. He stared at her like he thought he knew her, but that could be easily explained. She did have a fairly generic face and common features. It wasn't until she saw his reaction when she told him her name that she knew. He stood staring at her with a smile half-formed on his face, as if he couldn't decide on the appropriate expression, and gave up trying.
It's me. It's Scott.
She should go. This was a test. That's all it was. God had asked her to give up her dreams of the future with him, and now he was allowing the devil to tempt her one more time. All she had to do was pass this test, and she could be over him forever. Except her feet refused to move. She tried to snap her brain to attention, tried to force herself to say something intelligible, but all that came out was, "Scott?" He laughed.
Yeah, it's me.
She could tell he was nervous, uncertain. So was she. He was bigger than she'd expected, taller. She'd seen his picture on the Kingdom Builders webpage, but he looked older than she'd pictured. She felt like a child staring up at him.
What are you doing here?
How long have you been here? They spoke at the same time. Both questions had obvious answers. He laughed again. This time so did she, cautiously. Remembering how painful it was to give him up before, making sure she'd never have to live through that kind of agony again. Sacrificing someone like him once was enough.
Do you want to sit down?
He pulled out a chair. Or maybe we could go on a walk. I'm scheduled to give a lecture here, but it doesn't seem like anyone else is coming. Susanna's throat had never felt so dry before. It was somebody else's name on the list. She had to almost squeak the words out.
Yeah, Buck got pulled to talk on a panel, so I told him I'd take over here. But wait a minute. Are you telling me you've been here at the conference this whole time?
She nodded, still wondering what she was supposed to do. Should she run away and hide? It wasn't right for God to drag her through 4 agonizing months of trying to give Scott up to him, and then to dangle him in front of her face like a box of forbidden pastries. God, what are you doing? Her mind went back to the morning just a few days before Christmas, when she'd read through Psalm 85. Then to her time in the back room at the Safe Anchorage gift shop, when Grandma Lucy had prayed for God to restore all that she had lost. Is that what this was? Could it be that God wasn't testing her resolve to get over Scott, but that he was actually answering her prayers? In her deepest thoughts and darkest musings, isn't this exactly what she had hoped for? She didn't know what she hoped for. That was the problem. It was too much, too confusing. Scott was looking at her with worry in his eyes.
Are you all right? Is this too hard for you? Should I go?
God, you need to show me what to do. You need to help me know what to say. She opened her mouth, fumbled over her words, finally managed to croak, "No. You don't have to go anywhere."